Welcome back, my friends. We are back with another Tarot Deep Dive. I am Cosmic Boogeyman, and this time we are looking at the Magician. It's card one of the Major Arcana. It's the card that comes right after that Fool card. The one that's just leapt us into the infinite potential as we start out on this journey. The Magician is that first act of consciousness, of creation, of manifestation. It's the moment of creation beyond what we see in front of us, right? As above, so below. Have you heard of that? The hum takes form here. The lattice, as I call it, bends. It's that underneath creation, the building, the intention meets power. But when I get into that moment of clarity with the Magician, it helps me realize that, you know, you're not separate from creation. You are creation directing itself. The Magician stands as a bridge. You know what I'm saying? It stands as that bridge between the seen and the unseen. One hand up, one hand down, and that's the clarity that you're declaring posture. Saying, I have this. This is me. This is as above, so below. You're declaring that energy to the universe, letting it know that you are not just a figure on the card. You're a manifester. You create and build. And that wand is lifted skyward. It's heading towards what I would call source energy. This is how you send and receive, transmit and receive. But that current of divine potential is part of that process of the hand up pointing to receive, and the other one in the hand pointing down. With that energy, it's pointing towards what I would say is basically grounded energy. Because it's really only there when you root yourself in action, saying, I know what I have. And you can see how there's no feet here either. But the moment is the clarity that you're just not there to show off of potential. You're there to bring clarity to that confusion. So you're using source as your guide, as your functional helper. And the table of tools is there. We have literally every suit in front of you: the swords, the cups, the wands, the pentacles, and then as we're working in that energy and we're working above and below, it's thought, life, emotion, spirit, matter manifesting throughout the entire human body to that creation process, finding what it is you brought yourself here. The infinity symbol floating above his head, that's what I would call like infinite energy. It's the hum. The universe knows this is always accessible, so it hands us the Magician saying, build with it. You'll notice the red and white robes in there as well. The red and white robes are significant as well. We even in the garden, the flowers, because that red desire, the white pure, together they symbolize that duality, sacred, truth, alignment. Desire can't be had without clarity because it's just going to burn out. The garden of flowers brings this sense of who you were here to become. So when I look at that, that's the roses for passion, the lily for purity. Creation requires both passion and purity, and that's without one, you're going to just corrupt, right? You can't just have pure passion or pure purity. It's corruption. Think about all those things that go on in the world here today. When we look at this card, this one associates with Mercury. It's a messenger, right? Because we're getting messages from the divine, and you are essentially becoming the cosmic translator using that Mercury energy. And it reminds me, like, the lattice bends not to what you want vaguely. Like, I'm not sure. It's what you articulate clearly. Like, I am a millionaire. Like, I have $320 million. It's so specific. The numerology in there, one, is also important because it's individual. It's the great declaration of I am. The Magician is awakening of the identity of creative self, force, pushing. And when I look at the Hermetic principles, it's the as above, so below. You might hear this all the time, but the moment we hear this is it's heaven and earth, as above, so below. It's cosmic design in every act. It's as above, so below. Reiki energy plays in here as well, believe it or not. We have the master symbol of Reiki playing out here. It's Daiko Mio, if I remember correctly. I haven't worked on my Reiki in a while, but I work on it myself. So it's one of those things. It awakens that remembrance of the divine flow is what I'm trying to say, because that 528 hertz is healing. It's bringing back, transforming. It's helping. Think about if you get hurt in your leg, it comes back, it transforms. It's not like the wound was never there. But it heals and it comes back to the way it was. The Magician is the architect of will, right? It's the architect that says, hey, I'm creating. Direct me or I will drift. Speak and I will echo. And that's the moment we get to the universe saying, hey, listen up, because you're commanding and creating. Very, very powerful energy when you bring this in and you match all of this together with the Reiki, the Hermetic, the numerology, astrology. All of this comes together and helps flow towards what we've been putting and practical advice, practical application of life. And that's why you name your intentions clearly. I have $320 million, right? Because when I say that, it's not scattering the energy. It's setting it to the universe hears you. It's uniting those four suits, not separating. So you're bringing your thought, feeling, spirit, and matter all in alignment. Right? Yeah. And so when you anchor your will down and you put your will there, you speak it aloud and you write it and act upon it without grounding, without any of that. You can't have as above. You can't just have that. You have to have the grounding. So as below is the wand is, you can't point and then not be grounded. So you have to see yourself as a bridge. You have both connections. You're translating it, right? The daily practice, finding those numbers, those synchronicities, those wonderful connections. What does your daily practice look like? What does it look like for you? How do you operate in that daily practice, right? When I'm looking at that connection, I go beyond that. I say, are you declaring your intentions each morning? Are you saying them at night? Are you using affirmations, mantras? I use them myself. I'm going to let you guys in a secret. I always do. Here's a very clear one you guys could use, right? I don't chase, I attract. Beautiful. It applies to a lot of different things because I don't chase. I do attract. And it's not ego. It's let go of that like you're better than anybody else because that's not exactly the case. And we all are in need. I need help sometimes. I need you guys. I appreciate when you're here. I appreciate when you're part of the process. But time almost stops when I'm part of whatever it is because you guys help me channel that source when I read for you on live or when I'm reading into the Beyond the Veil or some of the other content as I get into that deeper connection or the personal readings. That energy, be sure to check me out. I love to read for you because when your will is aligned with that truth, nothing can be stopped. It absolutely sharpens that focus of reality saying, I know I'm creating, I can't believe it, but the universe is going to echo the command back to you and say, you did it. You're crushing it, kid. You're crushing it. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to be being anything for anybody else. You're channeling what's the divine energy that comes through you, the inner force, the inner energy, the inner love. So focus on the creation process and the truth and find what that brings because that's the magician. That's the magician at the rawest form. So when you're reading a bunch of readings, if you pull one card, that's what it is. But when you're pulling into a bunch of readings, it overlays because that hum is going to flow and it's going to endlessly flow. And that's what we have. So what is your intention? What do you declare today? When you see this card, what does it make you think of? What does it make you think that you could have or become beyond that connection? And as if this doesn't resonate with most of us, right? And staying connected, staying driven is beautiful because we all create. We're all creators. We're all manifestors. And all you have to do is just get into that power to create reality. And you have it. It's built within each and every one of us. You've done it since you've been little. I promise you. That's the moment of clarity. Well, seeing that you can do this is just a matter of reaffirming that energy that you've been doing this. Because you're the unspoken. You're the pause before the confession, the creation, the building. You're the reason they hesitate to move on. That's manifestation energy. Because the desire you create or build is real. The temptation, the magnetic energy you bring in, that's real. That's etheric energy. So don't dismiss yourself. If you guys enjoyed this, as always, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and be sure to follow me on my lives. I will see you guys on the very, very next one. I do appreciate you. Thank you very, very, very much. See you guys.